Making hyperpop in 2025. I know the genres low-key fell off, but like I don't really care. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it.
Yo, this low-key feels weird because I haven't recorded shit in like years, even though content's in my veins. So I don't really know how to start this besides saying this is how you make hyperpop. I know the genre's dead, don't get me wrong. I don't think I would ever listen to any hyperpop nowadays. Just to give you a little background on how I made what I'm showing y'all. I made this track probably 3-4 years ago. Just like the instrumental. I didn't put no vocals on it until like early this year. But yeah, I'm gonna be showing y'all a track I made. It's called Bitter. Y'all haven't listened to it, I suggest you do that first and then come back to this, see how it was made. If you don't, really, I don't care what you do. I just want streams, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, here's how I did it. So the first thing I put down was this synth right here. I'm actually trying to remember when I made this. I'm pretty sure my one homie was like over at my crib. He was like working on my car and shit, and he knew that I like made beats. I didn't like do like actual songs at this time, but this was probably junior year of high school. I made just like random beats. I never would expect to put any like vocals on it or do anything more with just the beat itself. But I pretty much like after the car was done being worked on or whatever, I threw this down in like fucking 5 minutes or something. I know I started with these bass notes right here, a G. I can't see. Is that yeah, it's an F. And then a D sharp. Now the exact process I completely forget, but I'm sure that I just made chords and just like arpeggiated the higher notes with it. Probably just spammed a bunch of shit that was in the key already. But pretty much this is what I laid down. I do remember that I had made this song. It was a semitone up. It sounded like this. Which low-key, I wish I kept it like this. I don't really know why I put a semitone down, but I feel like this would have been a lot nicer to listen to. Then after that, I threw down this bass right here. I didn't have a bass guitar this time, so I was just using random like one-shots from my drum kits that I fucking would scavenge the internet for. I wanted to make it sound like it was a band playing behind it, so I just made a very average like bass guitar loop. This is what I came up with. Following that, I threw down these drums as well. I actually switched the drums from the original beat that I made. I'll show you what I had originally first. And while I was like revising the whole track before I threw any vocals on it, I sent it to my buddy Jaden, and he told me the drums fucking sucked. So I redid them with a different plugin, because they originally were just like samples from a acoustic drum kit that I downloaded, and they weren't, that great. So then I just threw down the new ones. Same kind of pattern as the one before. I like the mixing on these a lot better than the old ones. Everything's better about the new drums, in my opinion. So with all of that, this is originally what I had. And pretty much for the verses, that's all I used. Now for like the actual meat of the song. That sounded weird as fuck. Just as some backstory, at this time I was really obsessed with this artist named Ryan, and he would have like these, I guess it sounded more real at the start, and then towards the end it kind of got like, it had more of like a hyperpop feel to it, and I was really obsessed with like the use of synths and all that. So I'm pretty sure I started the hook section with this lead right here on Serum that I made, I think. Did I make it? I might have used a preset. I did not use a preset on that shit. So I made this. It's just the chords I use on the synth arpeggiated. There's nothing special to it, except I threw in like some little glitches right here and whatnot. And this is what that sounds like. I like this a lot, especially like that part right there, like with the higher notes. Shit makes me numb. I didn't want to overcomplicate the hook part, so I just threw 2 more instruments on this, one of which being this lead right here. No real inspiration behind it, I kind of just threw it on here. I like the way it like slides, and then I copied the chords from the synth in the beginning and I just threw it on a pad just for like atmospheric feel or whatever. Yeah, so I had those 3 instruments. One thing in hyperpop is like the use of bass is really important. I made this preset on Serum too. It's like an 808. It's not really an 808 actually. It's like a bass synth with a fuck ton of like distortion and high end on it. Pretty much I just made a pattern with that. This is how that sounds. Again, like at this time I was really obsessed with like the heavy ass bass and just like really intense build-ups for like shit like this. As for the drums for this part, there's nothing really special in here. I just threw on a fuck ton of perks, and then this snare that I fucking used was just some basic hyperpop shit. Then all together the drums sound like this. Nothing really special about the drums. If anything, they were a pain in the ass to mix. And then all together, the hook part sounds like this. But I wanted more. I felt like the verse parts were like too repetitive. So before like this part of the song, I threw in this little like 808 fill part. I don't know why. It was probably because I was obsessed with that fucking Ryan guy who did this shit before. So yeah, I just threw in these. I didn't do nothing special. I kind of just made like nice little rhythm with it. I paired that with the kick from the hook part. And so for the second part of this, originally I did not have whatever this fucking shit is. I actually had, if I could find it, I had this part at first. It's fucking ass. I couldn't afford an actual electric. I also didn't know how to play guitar this time, so I was just like downloading a fuck ton of plugins, just throwing notes on it. But then I actually learned how to play, and I recreated the melody on the electric I have now. I made 2 tracks with it, pan 1 left, pan 1 right. I think one of them is an octave up. I don't know which one it is. I think, yeah, the right side is... Can I shut up? But yeah, I literally just recreated the same exact melody, threw some glitches in there. The only difference with this part is there's no more synth. I threw in the pad over it too. Drums are the same. I also fucked with the arrangement a little bit right here. But that was after the fact when I threw like vocals on the shit. Other than that, there's really nothing more I did with this. I used like OD risers and all that shit. But this was like, again, this was all back when I was like doing way too much with music. I was like, I would throw anything and everything on a song and thought it would like sound amazing, but usually it fucking didn't. Like for this shit, I had to remix everything, bro. This shit sucked to do. Oh yeah, and I also threw like a reverse bass on this. But yeah, that's like it. I won't get into the vocals because I mean, it's just not too much. I just did them how I normally do. I just like played around with ear candy and all that shit.
Some other understanding called a feeling broken that they don't wanna follow up on.
Yo, low key, this makes no sense. If someone like was listening to this shit and like didn't know beforehand what I was like talking about, yo, this makes no sense, bro. Some other understanding called a feeling broken that. Like, fuck did you just say to me? It's more or less about like, I would put it as like you're in the same place and you know you're being bullshitted, but you see right through it and you act like you know, or you act like you don't know that you're being bullshitted, so everyone think you're not being. Yo, I don't know what the fuck this shit's about, man. Nonetheless, though, I like how it came out. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I don't think there's anything more to go over. Obviously, like the mixing and shit, it would take ages. I don't feel like doing that. But yeah, go listen to the track Out Everywhere. Yeah. I don't really know how to end these things anymore. Like I when I tell you like I lost all like the content shit, like I don't know how to fuck to end. Like I might as well just cut it like right here.
Take a pic, I saw you top it, liquor help me stay